Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is the Sunday Setup for Success with Dr. Dina Marie on Real Talk, Real Solutions. I am so excited today to bring you a powerful, powerful word. Now, this word will transform lives because you realize that to inspire, empower, and transform is my purpose. And my motto is change your mindset, transform your outcomes. So I am extremely excited and feel blessed today to bring you this message so that you can continue to shift and move forward into the greatness that is waiting just for you to claim it. Now today, the message is coming from John 1:23. I was doing my morning meditation and my quiet time with God, and I always marinate and meditate on what message, what is it should I be bringing to? And this format will transform and take different shapes as it meets the needs of the listeners. But primarily, the passion and the purpose of Real Talk, Real Solutions is to help you inspire, empower, and transform your life. And that's why Real Talk, Real Solutions selected Sunday Setup for Success to help move you forward in the week to come. Last week, our topic and our word was activate. To activate something in your life that was going to initiate the change, activate the resources, activate your connections, activate and improve your network. And this week, our power verb of the week is marinate. And I'll get more into what that means to marinate as I share with you the message that God shared with me of what I needed to be sharing with you. At the core of any and everything we do is a clear understanding of who we are. That's the law of awareness. We must truly understand who we are in order to not only lead ourselves, but to lead others. And we must remain true to who we are so that we don't get confused, discombobulated, or distracted by all the other things that are out there that can take us and move us in a different direction. Which is why I said, wow, this is the message, and which was given to me and which I prayed upon. And I said, what is it? What's the next level that's needed to take the people I so love and care about and to help them shift down that road of prosperity? Not only prosperity thinking, but prosperity living and prosperity being. So this simple segment of scripture is powerful. I mean, just powerful. And I encourage you not only to share this message with those that you love, but to go back and replay and to listen. Because I tell you what, if it gives you a quarter of a fraction of the clarity that it brought to me, then I've done my job. So the scripture references 1 John 23, and it simply is he answered by saying, I am. And to give you a little background, I'll go to my Bible and share with you where that section, and I'll share with you a little bit of the scriptural connection so that it would make a little bit of sense to you. And looking at the King James Version, it says, a voice in the wilderness. It says, now this is the testimony of John, when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, who are you? He confessed and did not deny, but confessed, I am not the Christ. And they asked him, what then? Are you Elijah? He said, I am not. Are you the prophet? And he answered, no. Then they said to him, who are you that we may give an answer to those who sent us? What do you say about yourself? He said, I am. I am. And as we know from sharing, and we've discussed the law of awareness prior, and you've heard it, you may have read about it, and some of you have read things like The Secret, when we talk about the power of affirmations. And anything that follows I am is truly who you are. Now we know from when I come to you and share with you, it's not just clearly affirming something, it's the action that goes with it that brings forth the fruit and transforms that to which you stated to reality. But here's what actually marinated, which is why the word marinate is what we're going to focus on this week with me, and just resonated. It was the question, what do you say about yourself? Who are you? Who's divining and designing your destiny, about who you are? Do not get so caught up in telling people who you aren't, but instead declare who you are. When people come at us from the left to the right and the ins and the outs, we're pretty quick to go back out after them and say and tell them, that's not who I am, that's not who I am. And what I'm sharing with you today, why are you wasting your energy on telling people who you're not? Simply declare and live and lead the life of who you are. And as we can see from John's simple declaration, he says, I am. So what are you? Who are you? I pause because I want you to take a moment to resonate on that. Who are you as a leader? Because leadership begins with identity of who you are. And whether you are leading yourself or you've been charged and gifted and blessed to lead others, a core, concrete, solid understanding of who you are is essential to move forward. You see, the best leadership simply expresses and lives and showcases who you are, whether you're a believer or whether you're not. Whenever you are in an organization and you are new to the organization, you've been charged to lead that organization, and any of those other types of things, what you may have realized, or you may have understood, or you may not have understood, is the fact that first and foremost, your followers are going to look to who you are. Your credibility lies and rests with your identity. Like they say, are you walking the walk? Are you talking the talk? Are you exemplifying those core leadership traits and behaviors in which you wish to see your followers exhibit so that they can grow in their leadership? Before your followers can buy into your cause, they absolutely must buy into and believe in who you are, in your identity. It's a must. Leadership is about engaging and interacting and initiating and enrolling people into your life, your lifestyle, your leadership, the way you do business. But if that's convoluted because you don't know who you are and you're so easily swayed from the right to the left as a willow, then what is there to really follow? People tend to follow people that they perceive to be stronger than them. I'll say that again. People follow people who they perceive to be stronger than them, and people who they feel have a higher leadership lead than they do. So who are you? What is going to follow your I am? That's something that I'd like for you to marinate on this week as your power verb. Get a clear focus. And if you already got that, fantastic. So what are your action steps? What are the visible, credible pieces that you add to that picture to tell your story? I'm currently working on an article. It's called Leadership Obituary. And I know that sounds a bit morbid, but really it's about legacy. It's about the promises. What are you leaving behind? Who are you? What follows your I am? What follows your I am? That in itself is the most critical question that you can ask yourself right now. As you move forward into your powerful week, as you move forward into realizing and actuating everything that you've desired and designed for your life, marinate on who you are, because that message and what you put forth is key. The message that you send 24/7 about your I am is key. So what are the I ams? For me, I am a believer. I am a child of God. I am powerful. I am intuitive. I'm compassionate. I am loving. I am empowered. I am encouraged. I am inspired. Those are the things that I say, I live, and I breathe because I have a clear understanding what my purpose is. My divine purpose is to inspire, empower, and transform lives. So the things that come to me when my mind is all boggled and I'm racing from here and there and I'm going through all these different things, it's very difficult to focus. It's very difficult to concentrate because I'm human. But I always go back to, who am I? It's not what the world says I am. It's not what your boss says and who they say you are. It's not how many Facebook likes you got or people who don't even know you have described you to be. It's your simple I am. And I want to share with you a quick story. And I spend a lot of time marinating and meditating on my growth, how to reach the next level. I get a lot of requests for mentorship, guidance, support. Many that come, I had a perception that they had it all. They knew it all. They were solid. I had no awareness or understanding that they did not see their own internal greatness, that they were not aware of their own power. And that's how I came. Someone asked me at a workshop the other day when I was presenting, they said, how did you come to your purpose? I said, God gave it to me. I marinated on it and I just, prayed and said, what is it? I don't want to go here and fro. I don't want to be all over the place. What is it? And I had to reflect and embark on a personal journey to quiet and silence and have some quiet time so that when someone asks me what it is that I do, and I say I inspire, empower, and transform lives. What do you do? I inspire, empower, and transform lives. What does that mean? I said, what is it that you need? Are you confused about your leadership? Because you first have to have a core understanding of leading yourself before you can even remotely begin to conceptualize the idea of leading someone else. Leadership begins at home. I'll say that again. Leadership begins at home. So when I get asked that question about my whys, and I tell people honestly, sometimes I don't know. I clearly don't have a clear, superficial understanding. And I said, I have to go back and ask God. And sometimes we fight and argue about things. And literally, I'm just probably fighting and arguing with him. And I say, God, I don't get it. I don't get it. And he says, you will. If you just trust me, I will give you peace in the midst of the storm. But right now, I'm teaching you that. And I said, but what? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. He said, you're doing it. Inspiring, empowering, and transforming lives. And I began to do this without any overt intention. I just knew that my passion was in helping people become aware of their own greatness, to see that aha moment. And I say that to say, because you're going to encounter people who try to tell you otherwise. There's no time such as now where you need to have a clear understanding of your personal leadership and who you are, so that the images, the verbiage, the media, the any and everything coming at you to tell you who you're not and what you're not is superseded by your clear understanding of who you are. And so you begin each point and each day with I am. I am. I am. But don't stop there with your I ams. Continue to move forward. Continue to activate and up-level your faith credit score, so that your actions following your I am resonate and are congruent with the plan God has for your life. Decide to not let fear take over and rue your day. Make the decision to be any and everything that your heart can dream to be, and then work vigorously to activate the necessary toolkits and resources and relationships to bring it to fruition. So as you marinate on this next week for your Sunday setup for success, and you marinate on all things that's going to get you to your next level, spend some time, some quiet time marinating on your I am. There's a lot of confusion right now. Our current political climate, social climate, economic forecast seems to have people in a rut. But don't allow that to deter you and to confuse you as to understanding who you are. That's the power of the I am. Do you get on board with number 45? Do you allow healing to take place? Do you join forces? Do we cast blame? Do we point fingers? I'm going to ask you to go back to your I am. Who are you? And if you do not like the current situation, how is your I am going to be activated so that you can evoke change? You cannot, shall not allow others to script your life story. You cannot, shall not allow others to script your life story. Too much has gone on. There's so much water beneath the bridge that if we don't have a lifeboat, many of us would drown. But if you truly want to trump hate, return that with love. Return that with peace. What I am not saying is return that with complacency and acceptance that this should be the status quo. Let me be very clear with in making a conscious choice to commit to your I am and follow it with action, you're going to have to take necessary steps and get activated, get rejuvenated to make change, to work on whatever change is part of your I am. And I can respect the fact that your I am may not be the same as my I am. Isn't that great? Your I am is not the same as my I am. So as we begin to connect and talk and share, but continue to love thy neighbors, carry with you the understanding that cognitive dissonance is okay. We could agree to disagree. We can agree that we think differently. And I can respect our differences. And I will not give you any of my power by spending time hating you because you are different. But I will spend time praying for you because my I am is, I'm an inspirer, I'm an empowerer, I'm a transformer. And I'm a child of God. And as all the rest, whether they claim him or not, I have that core awareness and understanding. So I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to definitely keep myself in prayer and lift it up so that I cannot forget who I am through this process. So I look forward to continue to connect with you and to share with you. And I even more importantly look forward to you sharing and connecting with me by leaving comments and joining me live at 7 p.m. for the Sunday Night Setup for Success, where we get a chance to chat. We get a chance to talk. We get a chance to connect. So have a blessed, blessed, blessed day. And join me right here on Real Talk, Real Solutions, live 7 p.m. on Sunday nights. Dr. Dina Marie, signing out.